Dad Mod's Media Machine presents the Brews with the Dudes podcast.
Away from that, so we didn't fall into that.
How does this work then? You use your rings to open a bottle?
Yes.
Are you going to demonstrate?
As soon as I get a beer in front of me.
All right. Donnie, beer him.
Beer me. Come
Beer
on,
him.
fucker. Okay, so what?
Hey,
what
ladies
drinking?
and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Brews with the Dudes podcast. I am Jake Lindquist.
I am Donnie Allen.
And we've got an Alan Donnie here.
Yeah, we have the man, the myth, and sometimes the legend.
It's a very big legend.
One Allen.
The
Allen.
The Alan. The
The
part
Alan.
store extraordinaire Alan. The O'Reilly's does not pay you enough Alan.
My
Probably
favorite
not.
guy to fuck with at the parts store.
No
absolutely.
matter what
Right.
they pay you, they don't pay you enough.
No.
Well, it's probably not the truth, but you know,
Look at that.
See?
Look at that.
works
That's
for all of them.
impressive
I
as
actually
hell.
did that on my wedding night one night, and the wife was not impressed.
To her clitoris?
No, to the bottle. Yeah.
Well, when she has it pierced, it probably doesn't work
It
out
smarts
well.
a little bit, yeah, from what I hear. Yeah,
Ouch.
exactly. So what the hell is this? Not your father's root beer.
You said you like root beer?
I
and
do like root beer. Yes.
So
I like root beer.
He likes the root beer.
He got a misunderstanding. I said, "Bring me 1919." He goes, "Oh, root beer, and I'm like, "Sure."
and he's never had it, so I figured it was perfect.
Nice. So what's it all about? So it's a hard root beer.
Yes.
Yeah, it tastes. You ever have the little plastic or not plastic? The little,
I eat plastic all the time.
it shows.
I try not to.
The little candy barrel root beers.
Root beer barrels.
Root beer barrels.
Root beer barrels.
Yes.
They taste just like that, but I think that's a little sweeter.
It is a little bit sweeter. Yes, it's more caramely. I would think that it would be anything, but it tastes delicious. Thank you. This is my first time.
I'm gonna leave you two of these.
Yeah. So what do you got there?
I have a Modern Times Hazy Tropical IPA, and I actually bought these with you in mind because right next to this was their milk stout,
That's cool.
and I saw that. I'm like,
Milk.
I'm like,
stout.
wait a
Did I do
second. Jake likes stouts, but it'll make you tired, and you
It's
probably
one of
want more
those,
than a beer.
Yeah. Heavy beers tend to put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like
do
a weighted
get,
blanket.
Yeah. Pretty much.
that? You shouldn't have to chew your beer.
Yeah. I don't totally mind it. It's funny. Like before Guinness, I didn't really like beer that much. It was sort of a means to an end. I grew up on PBR, so it was like PBR
I'm so sorry.
did what it needed it to do.
Hurt
It
you?
served
Give
the
you a headache?
purpose.
I can't say
Oops.
much. We had Milwaukee's Best Ice
Ooh.
and Ice House. There was a one they had.
Oh,
Ice
nice,
House? I've
yeah.
never heard of Ice House.
Yeah, it was like, you know how these are like 5.9 and normal beer is what, 3.2 here? I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
from
something
Wisconsin.
like
we have
that.
like 90 proof.
Yeah, it's
in your water.
4%ish,
Yeah.
probably
I-
5%
yeah.
sometimes.
Ice House on a low end, if I remember correctly, it was like 9%.
Jesus.
You're telling me.
So it's lacquer thinner essentially.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow,
but
dude.
it tasted really good. So I mean, when you're underage and having a bonfire in the middle of nowhere, you'll drink anything.
Yeah, I remember those
Well, you could
days.
start a fire with it if it's 9%. Yeah.
Just don't throw the keg on the fire. Can't tell you how many times.
Don't turn.
This is actually really good.
I told you you would like it. I think they're super good. I just can't have more than one. It's like I said, it's just a little too sweet for me.
It's like Zima.
Yeah, but it's tasty.
No human can drink more than
Zima.
one.
Dude, okay. When's the last time
now
either
we're
of
gonna
you
have
have
this.
had Zima?
Like 2 years ago, I found it in a
Really?
I found it in a liquor store somewhere. I can't remember where it was. I got a 6-pack. I remember why they only come in 6-packs.
I've never had a
They
Zima.
still exist. It's like a Mike's Hard, wasn't it?
It is. It's like a clear Mike's Hard Lemonade. It's got like a citrus flavor behind it, but they were the precursors to.
Hop flavored.
No.
beer or-
Christ, it's already gone to my head. Wine coolers.
Yeah.
Wine coolers.
okay.
Because we used to put Jolly Ranchers in them.
Ooh.
We used to flavor them
that's
with.
funny.
I know, right?
That
See,
sounds
we never thought of
tasty.
doing that.
Yeah, we always did that. We always
That's
put
pretty
Jolly Ranchers
clever.
because we hated the flavor of that it was, so we added our own flavor to
Yeah.
it. So they were basically like precursor wine
That's
coolers.
pretty cool though that
That's
you could
clever.
add your own flavor to it though.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to, but we did.
Well, you're not supposed to do a lot of things.
We were underage.
Yeah, you're not
The
supposed
only
to.
thing
do
we
that
had
either.
was booze and candy. So
So Halloween was a hoot for you guys.
Yeah, I believe it.
was it ever?
Oh God.
Yeah.
So
So what's new?
well, this.
Yeah.
We'd guess.
Oh, that's right.
Which
I'm a
is nice.
guest.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're finally
You're-
doing in-person things,
You
which
are
is
our
exciting.
second official guest.
Third.
Third.
Third. Even I know.
Ryan, Alan.
Oh, that's right.
This is the other Ryan. I watched the one with the other Ryan.
We got
Yes.
the two Ryans.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 Ryans and an Alan.
I think I saw
Two
second
Ryans and
Ryan.
Alan.
I
Sounds
think
like
is
a
what it was.
really bad
Ryan, yeah.
80s film.
It sounds like a bad
Two
80s.
Ryans and an Alan. Is that like 3 Men and a Baby? No,
Ooh, that movie sucked.
I've never seen it.
Don't.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
80s films.
Are you fracking serious? Am I that much older than you guys? I really am that
Okay.
much older than you
So,
guys.
speaking of, well, it wasn't an 80s film, actually. So I watched Demolition Man last night.
Nice.
Is it
You ever
good?
seen it?
I know Wesley Snipes is in it.
Yes.
And
Wesley Snipes,
Sylvester
Stallone.
It takes place in the future, doesn't it?
Oh my god, why? Sandra Bullock.
Future.
Was it?
John Spartan.
Johnson? Yeah.
You've
It's
been
so
fined
good.
1 credit.
It's kind of creepy because there's some funny parallels going on. Like you should watch it.
Okay.
It's weird. Like with
I've never seen. I'm sorry.
just like behavior has to be like perfect and just so like there's a social engineering shit going on and you gotta watch it.
Weird.
It's a trip because it's silly. It's a really absurd movie, but you watch it and then you can see some interesting parallels that are happening. I think it took place in 2032.
I think so.
I think that's
if I
what it
remember
was, yeah.
correctly.
See, I totally watch that.
Check it out. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
It's silly.
Not Snaps. Wesley
Wow.
Snaps.
Oh, snaps.
Oh, snap.
No, I've seen part of it. I know Wesley Snipes plays the bad guy.
Obviously not the good parts.
No, obviously not. But like they had all sorts of weird ideas. I just watched a thing talking about Con Air and how like back then like that movie's about nothing.
Pretty much.
It's just dumb ideas put together for one film, and it worked. Nowadays,
Yeah, I can
everyone's
see
like,
that.
"What's the purpose behind it?" and all that.
Why does there have to be a
What,
purpose?
they're
It's about,
dissecting it?
it's about entertainment for crying
Yeah, it's
out
like
loud.
Con Air.
It's,
Let's
it's
see.
there to mind numb
You're
you.
watching Nicolas Cage put on the worst accent ever, saying
Yeah.
10,000 one-liners and fighting bad guys on a plane.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not wrong.
You don't
It's
need any
not
purpose.
wrong, yes.
It's a Nicolas Cage movie. You really shouldn't go into it with expectations. Just enjoy the ride. Just
That's
have
true.
fun. Because what you might get a Raising Arizona,
That's
and then you might get what is the Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider. Yeah. Flaming motorcycle guy.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
I didn't either.
Don't, for the love of
Okay,
God.
so we have one of the lunch breaks. The group actually watches movies. They'll watch half hour at a time. They're currently watching Ghost Rider, which I've never seen, and I caught about 6 minutes of
Wow.
it today. I did not know Sam Elliott was in that.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott's in a lot of movies. You'd be surprised on which
Apparently
movies he's in.
He's a legend.
Oh,
no,
absolutely.
Nobody there's only 2 people in this world that wear a stash like him and Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
only
that's
two.
perfect. You read my mind. Yeah.
100% agree.
Oh yeah. See, look at that.
Yeah.
3
So-
people sitting around can agree on something.
Yeah, I guess the podcast better end now.
Okay.
So on the next
Wow.
one,
Points.
we talk goatees.
Yeah. Who's got the best? Who does have the best goatee?
I do because I'm the only one who has one right now.
Kind of. I got the whole pirate thing going
bit of
on.
the goat.
You
Yeah.
got too much on the sides.
I need to shave.
So do I. I shaved this morning.
Yeah, I got the whole thigh burners going on.
Thigh burners. I like
Thigh
that.
burners.
Nice. I just keep the thighs warm.
I can tell you who has the worst goatee ever. You ever watch? Oh, what the
I
hell?
love that he's got a worst loaded.
Yeah.
There is. He was the host of a show that took a family in need and like renovated their entire house for him and all that. And he had just this like little patch,
Little
a soul
patch.
soul
yeah.
patch thing going on. Just the dumbest thing in the world.
Soul patches aren't very good. Yeah.
That was so bad.
They aren't too good.
I apologize if anybody caught whiff of that. I had Sammy's for dinner.
Oh, no, you're good. I haven't smelled anything.
I had Domino's, so it's probably the same thing.
Yeah.
What'd you have
So
for
just
dinner?
cancel it
Oh,
out.
what'd you have for dinner?
Southwest salad.
Eh.
Yeah. Well,
We're eating greasy pizza, you're like salad.
I don't know. Like...
Well, what's in it? What is exactly in a Southwest salad?
Well, okay, so it's lettuce.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Lettuce, cabbage, fucking...
you got fucking in the salad?
What else is in there?
Dude,
That's how
I
you
don't
get,
know,
that's how you
it's
get
dressing.
tossing the salad.
But you know what, though? It was closer to taco salad. The wife had Southwest salad kits, and come to think of it, it was more of just taco salad that I made, because I had taco meat that I threw in it.
so you made taco salad.
So I made taco salad.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so it's not
acceptable.
Southwest salad, it's taco
was,
salad.
taco
was there
salad.
a little extra cheese on this taco salad? Or?
There was definitely cheese on the taco salad.
Wow.
Oh, whoa!
Wow. I'm way the fuck over here, and even I caught that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that was left field, and even I'm running over there, and I don't
you
run.
got it, man.
I don't run. Look at me.
Yeah, you ask what you can and can't
can't be
say on
held
the podcast.
responsible.
It's pretty open.
Okay, no, I did. No, I was actually wondering about a criteria, like if there was anything like I should read up on, or
Yeah, I mean, we're really trying to solve peace in the Middle East. Like that's our ultimate goal. Is we're trying to figure out how to get the Sunnis and the Shiites to get along.
That's already figured
That's
out.
the big thing. Oh, is it?
That's already figured out.
yeah.
You have punk rock band NoFX wrote a song called 72 Virgins. Oh, no, I take that back. It's called 72 Hookers. And the song is about sending hookers over there to give them all
this is
blowjobs and
gonna
stuff.
end
Because
very
no
badly.
one's going to blow themselves up for virgin sex if they're getting laid now.
Huh.
That's the whole premise of the song. It's like, go over there, send a bunch of strippers, have them shake their asses and show their tits.
But isn't it against
Or
some
peace.
kind of, how do we put this, clothing dictate? Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
might
They
not
have
work.
to.
but-
So being a
okay.
stripper in a country that makes you cover up everything, they'll stone you to death.
So is that what we did wrong in Afghanistan?
We did a lot
Shit.
of things.
Yes. Okay. And we're not
that
going to
was-
unpack
I
that.
was gonna say,
but
we're going to have a list.
I was gonna say, it's a shorter
But-
list of what we didn't do wrong.
Had we, instead of trying to install a government, overthrown it and then just brought in like the whole bunny ranch and
Weird.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Have
even,
what is it, Bilzerian? Dan Bilzerian? Just have him appoint all of the cabinet. You guys have no idea who Dan
No.
Bilzerian is. Okay, go on Instagram. Search him
Right now?
No, maybe. I mean, if you want to, you can. It'll
I'm
it'll
okay.
really explain it.
I'd like to say
So
what the hell
Dan
is Instagram,
Bilzerian
but I
is
have my own.
Bilzerian. He's like, I don't even know how to explain him. He's just like the ultimate playboy. Like I'm pretty sure he's
So
made
he's-
all of his money like doing like playing cards or something like that. But he's like the dude who
Sorry.
like
No, not
half
bad.
of his
Oh,
photos are
Did you
just
fart?
like
Burp.
Oh.
he's sitting on like a yacht, like one of his yachts, and he's surrounded by topless women, and he's got like AR-15s everywhere, and it's just like
What the hell?
So he's
So
like
look-
without using the proper wordage or improper wordage. So he's like a trumped up
he's beyond
Hugh
that.
Hefner.
He is how do I explain him? He's like he's like G.I. Joe meets maybe G.I. Joe Hugh Hefner.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
just-
he's ripped. He's
Yeah.
absolutely ripped too. So he's like
Yeah.
good looking, surrounded by naked women all the time, like constantly. That's all he posts photos of. Just
Well,
like
yeah,
he'll
I
be
mean,
just like
he could-
sitting in his
he pays
room or
these
something like
girls.
that, and he'll snap a picture. And there's like passed out topless chicks all over the place, or there's always a bunch of them on like sitting on
It's
him and
amazing
stuff.
what money can buy.
It's amazing
Yeah.
how much chloroform you need to get girls to do that.
Oh,
I mean,
he doesn't need it.
yeah, sure.
It is effective.
Pretty sure he pays them all, but anyway.
I'm sure.
I mean,
Yeah, no, I would not doubt if it's there's some of that.
I would think
maybe
he
some of
probably
that.
would just be like, "Hey, we'll give you some money if you stand here with this dude." And,
I-
and girls will take
Well,
their clothes off for that.
When
so.
you
Here's $500.
I'd take my
$1,000.
clothes off for that.
Should I do it for less?
Why don't you two just pull it up? Just
Math-
look at a picture. Just look up Dan Bills.
Oh, I'm like,
Bilzerian.
we're talking about taking our
Okay,
clothes
Jesus
off, and
Christ.
he's like, "Here, I'm going to
done.
pull this
Yeah,
up."
I'm waiting for him to put a 20 down on the table.
I hate to tell you this, man, but I don't like to see myself naked. I'm not going to subject that to other people.
It's okay.
That's all right. It's
Fine. It's fine.
But I'm comfortable enough in my own skin to make jokes about myself because I can.
Okay, so you two just scroll a teeny bit, and you'll be like, "Oh, like I don't think he's got to pay anybody," because I think it's just like if you get to be one of the chicks that parties with him, like you probably live a killer life.
I have seen this guy. I'm not going to lie. He's a pretty good looking dude.
Yeah, and
yeah.
And the thing is, like, I see. I got a feeling it's such an experience to just hang and party with that dude
Yeah.
that nobody's got to be like they're begging to hang with him.
Yeah, he's the cool dude in high school,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, come party on my yacht for a weekend.
Yeah.
And just hang out.
Yeah, and
hang
he's
out,
rich as
take your
fuck, and they
pictures,
probably eat really well and party super well.
they-
And
Unlimited alcohol.
there's lots
all
of
that.
sex, I'm
I was
sure.
going to say,
It's-
you mean like the half an M&M, half an M&M that the three girls split,
yeah, pretty much.
because they're size zeros?
I bet they're also screwed up. Like the inhibitions are just gone, and so they're
completely screwed up.
eating sloppy pizza, and they probably don't give a fuck because they're just like YOLO.
I can relate to this.
I could do that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm halfway there.
So
You don't
what-
even have to take pictures of me being there. I'll just sit there and eat your pizza.
So what we should do is DM Dan and just be like, "What are you doing next weekend?"
Yeah, right?
So we got pizza.
Yeah, I mean, we live
And a
on a
six-pack.
lake.
Yeah,
You could just
bring your
go
yacht.
up around the coast. I don't know which coast he's on.
I would probably bet.
Come through the St. Lawrence.
Does he have any pictures of the hurricane?
of the hurricane? I don't know.
Then-
I mean, I don't actually follow him. I just
Then
know
he's
of him.
West Coast
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably in LA or something
or
like that.
Hawaii
Yeah, that's a very
both.
good point.
or both.
Yeah.
I mean, with that now that you show the picture of that dude, he does look vaguely familiar to me. Like maybe I've seen him in passing. I mean, obviously not around here, but you know,
You guys went to high school
like we
together?
probably went to high school together. For all I
Yeah.
know, I mean, I went to high school with like 3,000 kids, so it could have been any of those.
Damn.
So, what?
I don't know. It's not that I went to school with a bunch of people. I remember.
I
like,
went to
two
school
of
with
them.
like nobody, so that's why I was like, "Damn!" Like
but didn't
3,000 in your class or 3,000 in the
general,
school?
in the school,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And each one of them somehow knows me.
Weird.
Isn't that like the most awkward thing ever though?
Yeah.
When you run into somebody from high school, like, how you doing? I'm like, I remember you.
But
Your name is what?
your name is what? I actually did that at work the other day. I'm not lying. I'm typing it in. We do the whole rewards BS, and I'm like, all right, click. And I'm like, huh, went to school with a kid that name, and I look up at him and I'm like, hey, that's you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Totally didn't even realize it. I'm like, holy crap! I'm talking to her for like
I mean,
10
did
minutes.
he recognize you?
Oh yeah, right off the bat, he knew
that's so
exactly who
funny.
I was, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you people remember me?
Oh yeah, we had 6 classes together.
For 5 years,
Oh,
you know, it's
Jesus.
like.
I know that's always so awkward. And then like you either have to like lean into the guilt and be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," blah 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 blah, or you go into like the sociopath route, and you're just like,
Just don't care.
yeah, exactly. You just be like, "Oh, okay,
You know.
Cool.
yeah, life's
I
going great
always,
for me."
I always,
Oh, you have a
tell
dog.
him-
Cool.
Yeah, but that's sweet, right? I always tell him it was a lot of beer ago. So
Oh, that's a good
it
way. That's-
totally just wipes your memory.
See, that's in the middle. That's a much better.
yeah, especially around here. I mean, if you never actually got out of Duluth Superior and you've been stuck here your whole life, you only have 3 things. You either join the military, all right, left and never came back, which some people should, or you became an alcoholic. You only got 3 options, really. There's not
Yeah,
much
that's
else.
true.
I mean, you think about it, there ain't much else. So
There kind of isn't.
think about it.
So, Alan, I'm curious. How many years have you been working at O'Reilly's?
20 years.
You've been there 20 years. Okay. How much has that business changed? Because in my mind, it's one of those like businesses can evolve a shitload over the years.
Yes.
But I feel like O'Reilly's has always acted and looked the same way that I can remember. Is it like that? Has it been just straight up linear, or has
Pretty
there been a lot of
much,
changes?
yeah, pretty much linear. It's actually kind of fun. You know, I mean, every once in a while they change up something with the computer system and how we look up parts and new parts. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. You know, they don't do a lot of it's all like their entire business is all word of mouth. They don't have a lot of commercials. If you notice that on the radios,
Yeah.
you don't hear a lot of O'Reilly commercials.
That's true.
1, maybe 2, and that's it. You know, it's all word of mouth because that's what they want. They want honest opinions.
They sponsor a couple of drag events and stuff like that.
Yep,
but
they usually
nothing
sponsor.
crazy.
Well, they sponsor the tracks. They don't actually. It
Yes.
sounds weird. They
Yeah.
sponsor the tracks and the races, but they won't sponsor cars. It's kind of a thing. Like you can't ever. Then they can never say that you play favoritism. They're like, we do the whole thing. You guys bring
okay.
your own crap.
That's
It's kind
cool.
of neat. It's kind of neat. They used to do it over Superior a lot. I know they did it up at Proctor every once in a while. And then, yeah, after that, I kind of
Do they want to sponsor a YouTube video at all?
probably not, but I can ask.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta
anything
shoot your
is-
shot.
Like,
Exactly.
that
You
actually-
miss 100 of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that reminds me. I'm like, you guys got a Patreon or something? I was gonna thumb you $50 just for fun. So, is
No, we don't.
Why
No, but we
not?
have a glass mason jar sitting over there.
there any money in it, or is it just Mason?
I think there's a cricket.
Is there a dead cricket in it now?
Jesus, was there alcohol in it at one point in time?
No, maybe
Well-
probably closer to urine. Maybe I don't know.
most
You got one of those
But
too, huh? Mine's a Gatorade bottle top cut off.
you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, if you live in town,
nature calls.
it's tough to just whip it
you-
out.
Well, I grew up out in the sticks, so the world is my urinal.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things
supposed to
where
be
it's
that
supposed
way.
to be,
Get
right?
along great with my son.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like the funniest thing that well, I shouldn't say my wife because we just recently split up, but that's not the point. She's cool. One of the funniest things she ever said is one day she was leaning out, she was looking out the bathroom window, and she hears the back door open up, and I'm pissing off the back deck, and I'm just like, "You were in the bathroom." I'm like, I wasn't gonna wait, So it's like yeah, right in town. Don't care. I just whatever.
Well, if it's nighttime, you're good to go.
No, this was broad daylight.
Oh,
9 o'clock in the morning.
wow.
Yeah.
See,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to end up a sex offender, so I'm
Luckily,
really particular
yeah.
about being in town.
And luckily, the school is way away, so it's not like anybody could see it. And the only place, technically, the only way you could see it is if you were in between my garage and like the alley.
And at that point,
You're way too
you've
close.
earned it.
You've earned the right to watch me pee. Yes, exactly.
or you've earned the consequence of seeing me.
Of
pee.
seeing me pee, exactly right. No, but yeah. So yeah,
That's
like I say, everybody's got their own little thing, That's what we're here for,
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
so I gotta ask,
Where? Hell, that bastard money.
working retail, because I've worked retail.
Yeah.
You get some really batshit crazy people in there sometimes, just weird shit. What's your worst customer experience? Oh, yeah, fuck off. What's your worst customer experience and your best customer experience?
Oh crap. Well, I have a lot of good ones. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds funny, but I actually enjoy my job.
I like the fact you make eye contact, as you said. You have a lot of good experiences. That makes me feel good.
Yes. Yeah, with Donnie. He's a good guy, I swear. Anyway, no, and it does sound funny, but yes, I mean, you guys are part of that too. You automatically.
Well, we
when I think of-
bring you some fucking
You get
challenges.
some weird, no shit, right? I mean, yeah, there's good ones. Can I single them out? Ugh, probably not. Bad ones are easy to single out. That's the easiest part.
Oh, yeah.
They're one of those things where you automatically remember it. You know these people, and if they were on fire, you wouldn't put them out. It's kind of one of those things. But that goes with any retail job you out there. Now the good ones are the ones
Definitely.
basically they're just like, hey, I need a headlight put in. Do you think you can do that? And it's like, yeah, absolutely. I'll try my best. Throw it in there in 2 seconds, and they're like, oh my god, this is going to cost me a whole bunch of money. And I'm like, to change it. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Have a good day. Oh my gosh, you saved me. All right, cool, rock on. But no, I'm actually sincere about it. But it's like a lot of those people who just like are very fortunate just to have somebody walk out front and be like, yeah, sure, we'll throw that in, click, and it
yeah.
saves them.
Tossing a battery in that takes 5 minutes.
Takes 5 minutes.
I am perpetually baffled by how many people out there don't know these incredibly basic things. Like, don't know how to change a wiper blade.
Oh, yeah.
Blades.
And it's fine to me. Like I used to judge. I used to be like, why on earth can you not do these basic things? But I probably can't do something super basic in their line of work.
Probably.
And they'd
That's
look at me
true.
the same way and just be
Yes.
like, how do you not know how to, write HTML code or something like that? And I'm like, I don't fucking know, but to them it's another
Barely
language.
check my email.
I don't even know what the fuck you just said. See, that's where I traded off. I can fix cars, and my buddy can fix computers.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
whenever I screw up really big, he tells me it's a PEBCAC error, and it probably took me 10 years to figure out what PEBCAC stands for. I thought it was some kind of computer code or something like
You say
that.
PEBCAC. I'm
PEBCAC,
like,
yeah.
PEBCAC?
No, PEBCAC.
PEBCAC?
It's the problem exists between chair and keyboard.
Awesome. So it's an acronym.
PEBCAC error.
PEBCAC.
And I'm like, every once in a while, he would say that, and for the love of God, I'm like, I'm trying to go through. I'm like, what the fuck is PEBCAC? It must be some kind of program. So I'm looking through the computer. I'm like, PEBCAC errors, PEBCAC errors. I'm like, what the fuck is a PEBCAC error?
Alan's on the 4th page of Google trying to figure out what
Yeah, trying to figure it
just
out.
keeps
Yeah,
coming
it
up
just
with
keeps-
Urban Dictionary.
Urban
Like, what the
Dictionary, man. I don't fucking understand this. And he would do that. I mean, the ID10T error, everybody knows what that one is. I mean, it spells out idiot.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
I know now.
Oh, wow.
I don't know computers well.
Are you sheltered?
Anytime I have computer issues, he gets a phone call.
Right, you see what I mean? But you knew what that one was. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I picked that one out.
You see what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. There's another one. I can't remember what it is. But that's the difference between it. I mean, you, like you say, you fix people's computers. Not saying that you like doing it, but if you didn't like doing it, you probably wouldn't do it. Whereas I like helping people. That's just what I do. I happen to pick a line of work where I continually help people. And I'm not saying that I have this desirable need to do it. I just like helping people.
Yeah, and it's funny, it shows. Like, even when I didn't know you, just going into O'Reilly's, like, the first couple of times, I was like, I love being waited on by Alan.
Everybody does.
Because you're so chipper, and you're just like such a jolly, happy dude who's just like, cool, okay, let's figure this out.
Because that's what I do. I take problems.
No, I would guess that majority of the time that I go into O'Reilly's, I go in there and I'm like, okay, so I got this car, but the engine's out of this or whatever. And I'm like, so what I actually need is this part. So it's like, I've got this BMW, I'm putting a Nissan engine in it, but I need a Volkswagen Fox brake booster. And you're like, okay, so what? I need to write this. Okay.
So you did
it's funny that's your example. So I was in O'Reilly's today probably 3 times a week, just between working on my own stuff.
We go in that place often enough that we don't plan it out and run into each other while one of us is talking to Alan.
Yes.
It happens, weekly or every other week?
It's to the point where... actually, like last week or the week before, and I think I told you this. I had parts come in, already paid for. I walk into the store. I think Chris and David were working, I believe.
Good.
And there were like 3 customers. They're all standing in line, all that. I skipped the line. I walked back to the shelf with the parts come in. I grabbed my part. I'm like, Chris, I paid for this. And I just walked out the door. And all the customers are looking at me like, you could do that?
Well, if your parts are paid for, I'd have no problem doing it as long as you know where we put the damn
I walk
thing.
back behind the counter all the time.
Exactly. It's like, well, I need to find something.
People are like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, you don't understand. Like, I am 1 paycheck away from being an employee here.
You're really close, yeah.
Right.
And it's not far off, you know. I was going to say, all it is a few paperwork, and we got you hired, you know. It's just, you got to pass a. I was going to say you got to pass a whiz quiz, but not if you're a counter guy. So we could bypass a little bit there.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, and that's just what it is too. The way I always look at it, if we're knuckles deep in something, and you guys come in like a jar full of peanut butter, right?
Go on.
I'm trying. I'm really trying here. I really am. Okay, so it's like when you're doing that, and you guys come in, I trust you guys enough to the fact that if you know what you're looking for, have at it. Help yourself because you know where the stuff is, and it's not like I can't find you. You know, I mean, it's like I will hunt you guys down. It doesn't take much.
Well,
Yeah.
you're considered a family friend at
I'll
this
go
point.
with that. Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Alan's special lady friend works or used to work with my parents at the hospital doing insurance and stuff like that.
You mean my ex-wife?
Ex-wife? You guys were married? Your
Special
ex-wife, your
lady
friend?
Yeah, special lady
friend?
It's a big Lebowski
It is.
reference.
Well,
Whatever you
okay.
want, whatever you
Any
want to
chance
call
that
it.
he gets to
Well,
make any chance that we get to make a
little bit out of
Lebowski
your element there,
reference.
Donnie.
Over the line.
I've been waiting all night.
But yeah, so like my parents worked with your wife.
Yes.
Which then we met years ago, and so yeah, so you're pretty much a family friend because you know both
cool.
my parents.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, like it would not surprise me if I go to my parents for Thanksgiving one year and you're just sitting there eating turkey.
You guys eat turkey? What kind of turkey? You deep fry that stuff? Or you bake
Like
it?
the bird.
Well, I know that much. Obviously, the bird. I'm talking. What style are you preparing it?
I don't know. I don't fucking cook.
Wow. Anyway.
I don't know. They cook it in the oven.
Okay, so
fair
With a
enough.
pan
you
underneath
bring
it.
this up, so clearly you've got how many different ways can you cook a turkey?
I can think of at least a half a dozen off the top of my head.
Jesus
What's your
Christ.
favorite way?
Deep fried.
So when you deep fry a turkey, are we talking like you go to the grocery store, you get a frozen turkey,
Correct.
right? Okay. Do you have to thaw it?
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't, if you ever put hot French fries in a deep fryer, what happens?
Well, it cooks the outside and the inside's not
Mushy.
cooked. Yeah.
And then it boils over because of the excessive amount of moisture leaving it at such a high rate, it overflows. So you basically get your bird ready, get it all thawed out. You hook it to this little contraption-looking bastard, and you slowly bring it down into this big giant thing of oil. If you drop it too fast, it explodes, and that's where literally.
sounds sweet.
I know. Well, it's not just the bird it's not really the bird explodes, but the overflowing gases and
they can't
it
expand
literally
quick enough
expands
and-
too fast. The flame underneath it fires off, and you got this huge, massive flame
Wow.
coming off the end of your turkey. Well, now you're screwed because you just set your deck on fire, and you got to think about it. I mean, it sounds really funny. The statistics of
shit.
actually setting yourself on fire on Thanksgiving for cooking a turkey is really high. And I'm
Isn't
like,
that common?
it is, because people don't realize that you can't just drop a bird into 35 gallons worth of boiling hot oil.
Jesus.
You have to slowly crank the bastard in, and if it starts to overflow, you have to stop what you're doing. The best thing on that one is actually to shut your burner off because it's still going to be hot. The oil is going to be fryer hot. It's going to be 400 degrees. So you drop your bird into it, and then you fire your burner back up, and that's the safest way of doing it. Well, people don't do that because they're lazy and they won't shut the burner off. So, and it's really funny. It actually cooks it. Yeah, it's true. And it cooks it so well. It actually, the inside is severely, just beautifully cooked, juicy. Never has any problem. The outside's got that super crisp layer on it, and whatever. Just my phone going off.
Do you need to set that somewhere?
Like
The vibration is going to come in through the audio.
It does. That's right.
Like outside.
No, it's. I'll just put it in my pocket. There's a group text going on right now, and
Well, if it happens again, you won't get your phone to the end of the class.
no, we're good. I can just put it right there.
No, I'm really invested in this turkey.
Yeah,
So,
and
okay.
then it
Boiling too fast.
boiling too fast, explosions, bad things happen, mistakes were made.
Well, because
things
when
like that.
we're talking explosion, like it's bursting hot oil out too.
Yes,
So,
it's not only
So
it's
you're
the
scorching
bubbles.
somebody
It's
else,
basically the spray from, like I said, if you you do a lot of cooking. Okay, you obviously don't. Look at you.
No, God no. I had Domino's.
Yeah, exactly. You have Domino's. At least what I got is because I didn't feel like cooking. Pretty much, you ever have just like you're cooking with oil or something, or you're cooking with butter, and something pops? Figure that out about 1 billion times. And then
sure.
see, that's where grease fires come in. Grease fires
So-
come in due to the same factor.
is it the reaction of like the water content inside? Okay.
Yes, it's an expansion of gases, moisture, and it actually, all those little moisture pellets that are now going off and boiling away, they carry a little bit of oil. Well, that atomizes. And it gets anywhere near that flame, and the whole thing goes off. And it's like a giant.
So,
you ever seen a?
I used to cook with cast iron quite a bit.
I love cast iron.
And well, it's awesome because you just pour a teeny bit of water in there, and it'll actually it'll lift whatever's kind of cooked to it, right?
Yep.
I got a little too aggressive with the water. So I put a little too much, because I'd always do that, pour a little bit in, sizzles up, gets all fucking crazy, steam's coming off of it's fine and dandy. Little too much one time, and all of a sudden there's this flame dancing up here.
Yep.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, the ceiling's right there, and it put itself out, thankfully,
Yeah.
but that was a terrifying moment.
That sounds crazy.
And that's exactly
It's
what
scary.
happens. That's exactly what happens.
And
So it
that's
just
why I don't
bursts
cook.
in flames,
And it just goes right up. It's like a giant, massive fireball off your deck.
That's craziness.
And then it comes back down like a mushroom cloud. And then it sets everything else on fire.
Wow. I wonder how many houses have been burnt down because of people doing
There's
that.
probably a
can see a
statistic for
lot.
that.
Yeah, there probably is.
Oh, I bet
Wow,
there
that's
is.
I
nuts.
want to say Mythbusters did something on this.
Yeah, something like. Well, you ever see him do the flower bomb? I don't know. Have you ever made a flower bomb?
No, I've made napalm, but I haven't made
Well,
a
that's
flower bomb.
easy.
I made-
napalm is.
Anybody can make napalm.
I made
No,
a
it's
sparkler
like-
bomb.
Anyway, we're not held responsible for anybody's stupidity. liability reasons.
Yeah,
are
of
okay.
course,
Yeah,
of
everybody's
course,
done
of
it.
course.
So
yeah,
we've
all
had some fun
6
with
of
that.
you don't make that.
Yeah. Well, I'm one of them, so it drops it down to 5, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's us too. So, yeah,
Oh,
So
shit.
3.
So
we're halfway there.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
good.
So anyway, yeah. So I mean, that's one thing, but it sounds really funny. You can make a mild bomb in a manner of speaking. You get yourself a candle at the bottom of a piece of chimney pipe or like PVC pipe or something you got, whatever you got laying around here, and you just kind of fluff in flour over into the top of it. It reaches the perfect level of fuel to air mixture and goes foonk and shoots it. All it does is it makes this giant flame out the pipe. It's the coolest thing ever. It's a neat science experiment.
Wait, what? Okay,
I'm
so
going
heard
to
me.
try this. This sounds fun as hell.
Yeah, it is.
there's open flame involved.
Yes.
Okay, so you got a PVC tube, and you said what, a candle at the
Like
bottom?
a candle at the bottom. You cover the candle, and at the very top of it, you kind of just fluff in some flour, and it actually atomizes, and flour explodes. Coffee creamer does too.
Wow. Well, that's what
sounds
happened
like
with
a
the
blast.
Mill City, the mill that was down in Minneapolis.
Correct.
Massive explosion.
That's
Because
exactly
of
what
flour?
happens because of flour. You ever heard of so flour mills back in the day, they used to be hooked to the windmills. You ever heard of them? Probably not, but they used to explode, and that was one of the major reasons why is because the flour air to fuel mixture, because the flour is constantly in the atmosphere. They would walk in, oh look, here we go, shaboom, and gone. It
yeah.
would literally just wipe it right out.
If you ever get the opportunity,
Jesus,
go
I did
down
not
there with
know
the
that.
family. It's actually super cool. Go see the Mill City Museum
That sounds
in
pretty
Minneapolis. It's freaking awesome. Yeah,
sounds
and
like
when
a
you
lot of fun.
actually see like the aftermath, they've left up the portion of it that it did explode, so you can actually see like the it's all outdoor, obviously. It's
Yeah.
outdoor
Yeah.
now. It wasn't outdoor at once.
It used to be
but
indoor
you
until
look
they blew
at
the
it,
roof off.
It's pretty wild. You think you're looking at Chernobyl or something by the explosion.
Pretty close.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. I forget the mic picks that up.
What's that?
The
Chewing?
chewing gum.
Oh, okay.
That these mics when we used to use them because they I think they are the same stuff. Yeah. When we used to use them, they would pick up everything. Like
Yeah, they're super sensitive.
Oh my gosh! Right? It's like, oh look, a bag of chips. We got bowls after that.
Yeah.
You can't reach. I'm reaching in like this. And it sounds like
well.
rain on a tin roof.
And Aiden's a perfectionist when it came to the audio.
Yeah.
Like,
God, was he ever?
yeah, you'd listen to. I used to listen to a topic a month every
Yep.
month, and I was just like this sounds like JRE. Like the quality of this is fucking nuts. So
Exactly.
when he let us use all the equipment, it's like it's like this is crazy good. This setup sounds amazing. I haven't gotten it dialed in the way that he did though. Like my God.
Like we would spend time make sure he would literally while we were talking and doing things he would actually start lowering and raising volumes and, and checking tones and everything. It's like, dude,
It's like I can plug it in.
no, it's okay
It's a
because
really good thing.
because he did a very good job with that. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
He did a
lie, so.
fantastic job.
That's better second round. Not gonna lie,
They're tasty.
they are rather.
So what are
tasty,
you
yes.
drinking? You have your mason jar of Kool-Aid?
So when you're drinking a hippie drink, you got to put it in a mason jar. So take a wild guess what's in here.
lavender.
It looks like.
Never mind.
Is it like an actual hippie drink? Am I okay? So so we're looking at a hippie drink there. Red in color, not see through. Can you swirl it a little bit there? There we go. So
if you
it
get
looks
this
like,
right, you can just take the whole
can I
six pack
smell
home.
it?
Of course.
Cool.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so particle density.
I'm gonna say something raspberry.
Oh,
I'm not smelling it.
hang on.
Now he's gonna know what it is. Maybe.
What is that? Goldenrod? No. That might be lavender, but I don't think so.
Yeah, it's
This
yeah.
looks like
I'm not sniffing
It's
it.
okay. It's
I'm not-
after you get
I'm
it
not
past your olfactory senses, it actually smells okay. I never understood why you would drink it, but I get it.
It's kombucha.
Oh, that's your problem right there. I can't even say that word.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay.
It's a fermented drink in certain circumstances. You can get them in orange green. I think there's a blue one or something like that. Anyway, the green one is basically seaweed and vinegar.
Ew.
I'm not gonna lie.
Some of them are
pretty
very
harsh.
vinegary.
That sounds very harsh.
I got one time. It was a blueberry lemonade, and it was a kombucha blueberry. And my mama didn't raise no quitter, so after the first 3 drinks, I'm like, I gotta finish this, you know. But it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
It's for sure like it's an acquired taste. And this is a just like kefir. It's it's a probiotic.
I love kefir.
Okay.
So it's a non-dairy probiotic, and you can make this stuff at home on your own. You can brew this. It's actually brewed, but it's really gross looking because there's something called a SCOBY, and the SCOBY is like, it's like if you ever made bread. You definitely haven't made bread. You've probably made bread where you've got your starter and stuff like that when it comes to sourdough.
Yeah.
And it's a starter, like if you tell somebody who doesn't know what it is, it sounds like the most disgusting thing. Where it's like, yeah, this starter is 25 years old. It's a sourdough thing, and it's a yeast, so it's a bacteria. It's alive.
Yeah.
And yeast is alive anyways, but sourdough is especially gross if you don't really understand the process or whatever.
There are some that are hundreds of years old
Yes,
of starter yeast that they make the bread out of.
it's
I did not
incredible.
know that.
So the SCOBY is sort of the yeast when it comes to kombucha, and it looks like pond scum. It's super nasty looking. That's what I thought he was looking for. Was like his glass at the bottom of it and looking for like
That's kind of what I was looking for. I'm like, I wonder if it's got some stuff in it,
Yeah.
you know?
and that's all part of the probiotic. So it's really good for your gut health.
I'm just gonna drink
Yes.
my beer and
No, and even like as you can plainly tell, I'm not in the best physical condition. Even I can tell you that the probiotics are actually good. They do help. It sounds really stupid, but they make you regular.
Yeah, no, they
know?
definitely
Yeah.
help.
I might
help
try
digest
some.
It's
things.
quite good. I mean, if you ever want to cleanse your system, just drink a whole bottle of kefir. I don't recommend it.
Yes,
It's one of those
it's
things where if you have a
effective.
good weekend off, drink an entire it comes in like a quart, looks like a milk
oh,
jug.
just make you shit your pants the entire time.
Well, not really shit your pants, but it makes you feel good while you're shitting your pants. So it's okay.
okay.
You know,
You're
but
like,
I don't.
This,
Yeah,
this is lovely.
no,
been a nice
it's one of
fall
those things
evening.
where on the bottom of it says, if you drink the entire bottle, don't make any plans. But
You
it's
will have diarrhea.
You will have it. Yes, everywhere.
You will purge. It's like The Exorcist out of your ass.
Sounds like I
Yes.
should probably drink this the night before, like a Friday after going to work, and just don't want to do anything.
What
are you doing?
Sorry, guys. I
won't.
got the runs.
Yep.
I got the Keefers.
I got the Keefers. Yeah.
Because we all know there's nothing better than taking a dump on the clock.
Yeah,
It's the best thing
I
in
mean,
the
it's
world.
nice. It is nice.
I wouldn't know.
You probably feel rushed.
I don't.
Those
poop.
phones never stop ringing.
I don't poop at work.
No.
I'm sorry. No.
Well, you also work with a bunch of people,
Who
and you got
poop all the
one
time.
bathroom.
Well, we technically have two. We just have to go outside and back inside. It's actually in the building next to us. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to
gotcha,
say you guys have like a pothole in the back lot that you
thought
just
it-
keep trying to fill in.
I'm not gonna lie. Late at night, I have peed back on the other side of the grass line. You know, but that's city property, so it don't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's West Duluth. It's nothing
That's West
else.
Duluth. Who's gonna care? You know, I mean, it was dark out that day, and I really had to pee. So
You're just doing your part to keep the skunks away.
it didn't help.
Or the mosquitoes.
That didn't help either. No, they feed on moisture. That's
I thought the asparagus would keep them away, though.
new asparagus. Hell no, it's coffee. Did you just if coffee, or did you just if the fact that your pee smells like coffee?
Oh, just like that pungent coffee pea smell.
Coffee pea
Ooh,
is the worst.
It's rough.
It's awful.
It is rough.
Well, all you drink is coffee. I think every time I
Pretty
see
much.
you, it's just coffee.
If I don't have a coffee cup somewhere near me,
If I
something goes
ever
bad.
bump into you and you're passed out, I'm just going to give you a cup of coffee.
That's all you gotta do. Yeah. If I'm passed out, just fucking leave me there.
What kind of blood type is it? I don't know.
Coffee?
Decaf?
Decaf? You put decaf, you might as well just throw it in the trash. You know? No. But, you know, it sounds kind of funny going back to the whole, you know, healthy drinking stuff. It's really not bad for you.
No.
It's, you know, and like you say, it's an acquired taste. It's something that if you've never experienced it, I would recommend at least once. Try it at least once.
Oh,
Right.
kefir.
You know,
Yeah.
Kefir. That's kefir. It's kind of like drinking yogurt mixed with sour cream. You ever had Greek yogurt?
Yes.
It's about like that.
Okay.
But liquidy.
Yeah.
But more liquidy.
Okay. Like the fat that builds up on the top of it that you're supposed to mix in.
Sure. No, it's literally like drinking. Okay. Gogurt. You know
Yeah,
Gogurt?
it's like drinking Go-Gurt.
It's like drinking
Yeah.
Gogurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. We give that to our kids all the fucking
Well, then you know exactly what it is. You know, that's exactly it. So, I mean,
sometimes it's my snack if I've been drinking a couple and they're in
are
bed.
you kidding me? People ask me that
Kid
all the time.
snacks are the best snacks.
I was gonna say, I think I still have a box of Gushers up in my closet that I forgot to send with the kid to college. So you know, whatever.
I'm trying to think of my favorite kid snack. I don't know, man.
Fruit snacks.
Fruit
snacks are tasty.
Yeah. Fruit snacks are really
Well,
good. It's
now,
one of those things
you
that
have to define kid snack.
Right.
I mean, that goes
true.
everything
I mean-
from I think goes everything from animal crackers to goldfish crackers to fruit roll-ups. I mean, it is a broad spectrum of kid snacks.
Gushers. I've never seen an
Gushers.
adult eat Gushers. You've eaten Gushers? Have
Like,
you eaten Gushers?
like
Gushers?
yesterday.
Have you eaten Gushers because you have kids, or did you eat it in that time before children?
Well,
Once you were an adult.
we had them in the house because they got them as Halloween candy.
I just buy Gushers.
Gotcha.
I just buy Gushers.
Are they still good? Because I
Yeah.
remember them as a kid being like crack.
Yeah, and they were, and they still are. I'm not gonna lie. You can polish off an entire box, no questions asked.
Not a bag, a box.
It's not. You get the little packages. There's like 5 or 6 of them, and you'll eat the whole 10-pack and not realize that you did. And they've got new flavors to them now. They're not really new, but they've combined. Or they used to be across the rainbow. You know, they used to be this, that. Well, now
Here's
they've narrowed it
cherry
down.
and watermelon, all that.
Exactly. Well, now they've basically just kind of thrown it together and been like cherry, watermelon, mango. Here you go. And it's like, and then there's like an orange mango, which isn't bad, but it's kind of catches you off guard if you're expecting strawberry. So
You seem to know a lot about these Gushers.
yes, I do.
Favorite snack?
No, actually, no.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I was going to say Rice Krispies.
Ooh, Rice Krispies is a good choice.
Rice Krispies is an excellent choice.
And I don't know
Okay,
just for
so
cereal.
if you guys had to pick one type of Skittles for the rest of your life, original, Hawaiian, or sour?
God, Hawaiian. I haven't had those in years.
I'm gonna go with original. Just because I really like the green and the yellows.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I do like the originals. I do like the Hawaiians, but the Hawaiians I think switched to tropicals, or it was
I'm
tropicals.
sorry, you're right.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
think- I think-
tropical.
I think
I said it
tropicals.
wrong. Yeah,
And then they went
it's
to like
tropical.
the night flavors. They went to the purple package, which is now like it's a whole nother species of M&Ms. And then they went to like the white M&Ms.
We're talking about
Skittles.
Sorry, Skittles.
You're
oh my
close.
God.
You're close.
No,
It's colored hard
packages of
candy.
Skittles.
That's
No,
like
no,
that.
no, it's Skittles. The whole time my brain
They have
said Skittles, but I was
white
saying M&Ms.
Skittles?
Yeah, they have white Skittles.
Is it
Really?
like you guess the flavor kind of thing?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Didn't they do that with Airheads?
Gotcha.
Well,
wasn't the
Airheads,
white
there
Air-
was a white one in Airheads.
Yeah, that was the
Airheads.
mystery
It was
one.
Airheads. It was red, white, blue, and green.
Yeah, and the white was
Yep.
the mystery one, right?
No, it was like pina colada, but nobody knew what it was. It's like the white slushy. What is white slushy exactly?
Ice.
Ice. Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
ice.
It's ice. Yeah, ice.
I've never had white slushy.
What's your favorite slushy?
I don't know if I've had a whole lot of
color.
slushies.
The Coca-Cola one.
Well, here's the thing. It's like when they were originally even ices. We'll use ices for example. There's only 3 flavors: red, white, and blue. That's all they came
I
in.
made a Coca-Cola flavor.
So
I
and
thought.
then they made a Coca-Cola flavor at one point in time because they were trying to expand on it, but everybody still loved the red, white, and blue. And it was one of those things where you ever ask somebody, "Hey, what's your flavor? What's your favorite flavor of icy?" They would just tell you the color. This is no joke. I can
Yep.
literally I can call somebody right now and be like, "What's your favorite flavor of icy?" And they'll be like, "The blue one."
So I gotta ask: have you ever had somebody where you're like, okay, they're like, I need a headlight bulb, and you're like, you're making them all, and they're like, red.
Yes, I actually have. Yes, it's that red one out there. I get that a lot. What's that green one out there? Thanks.
How do you not know what you drive?
How do you not know what you drive? You know, and that in the back of my head, that's what I say. You know, how do you not know what you fucking drive? Or my personal favorite, well, don't you know? I look at him. It's not my car. I've honestly responded with that more than I could count. It's not my car. I can tell you what my car takes. You know, but I just look out and I go, "What's your license plate number? Why would you need to know that? Do you want me to get you the right part or not?"
Right.
You know.
Jesus.
Yeah, but anyway, that's stuff like that. So, but and like I said, that is actually one of the advancements. Not to totally change the subject and derail
that's
that
fine.
train of thought there.
That's great.
sorry.
No, it's okay because that's perfectly fine because you ramble. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you get a little off topic. But there
no-
is no
That's how this
topic.
work.
No tangent is a bad tangent.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Usually.
Usually. I mean, as long as there's a flow to the conversation.
Depends on if it's
Yeah.
time travel tangents, and then it gets really weird. Yeah. So anyway,
So curious, is O'Reilly's a sponsor of Cruise for Cancer?
yes.
So you guys are a stop.
We are
on
a
it.
stop on it. Yes, as
So-
well. So
Nice.
Do
I will
you
be
have
working tomorrow, Saturday,
and tomorrow?
and tomorrow.
Okay, because I might be in tomorrow.
Well, I'll be in tomorrow. Pretty.
I don't know. I don't have anything on my list.
Tomorrow's
but
Friday, right?
I am gonna drive the car to work for the first time tomorrow.
Oh wow, you're risking it, huh?
I got the headlights
You
fixed.
live dangerously.
Nice.
I figured out I'm a fucking idiot.
Well,
I did not
This
hook
goes
up the
without
grounds
saying.
for the headlights.
Oh, gotcha.
I checked. I'm like, I have 12
Nice.
volts. I'm like, I don't have 12 volts. Oh, and I'm digging through the harness. I zip tied up, and there's just an eyelet with 4 brown wires. I'm like, oh,
just sitting there,
it
staring
need-
him in the face.
yep,
Yeah.
because that needs to go somewhere.
That's amazing.
I have headlights
well,
now.
good. Okay, so you got
Yeah.
headlights
I'm gonna
again.
drive to work tomorrow.
Nice.
Nice.
Is it still not idling?
Yeah, I drove it a little bit today. New plugs in it, gapped correctly, all that, and it's still how it was when you and I went for a ride. It's hesitant on acceleration and likes to die at idle. I found 2 issues tonight though that I fixed. I went through and I just made sure all my intake bolts were tight, and I had one bolt that went like a quarter of a turn.
An intake bolt.
An intake bolt.
Which part of the plant? Like the
where the upper connects to the lower.
Oh, right at the
Okay,
plenum there.
Interesting.
Yep. And then
Huh.
as I tightened that bolt, I bumped my fuel filter, and my hand smelled like gas all of a sudden.
Uh-oh.
The fuel pressure clamp.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it? Yeah. Apparently wasn't as tight as it should have been, and if you bumped it, it would seep fuel. So I tightened that down all the way.
Nice.
So
Okay.
you possibly
That's
could have
good.
been sucking air,
Exactly.
which would severely decrease your amount of get up and go when you needed to get up and go.
And
Yeah.
a loose intake bolt too would suck in
suck
air,
air and throw
it
your
would
mixture all
compensate.
off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that takes care of it.
The bolt, is it anywhere near those back 3?
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle. Okay. Well,
So-
that's still a possibility. That
The idle issue, because I was playing around with that, and I took video, which I'll show you after all of this. Even at partial load on the throttle, my blow off valve sometimes catches and stays open a little bit.
I was gonna ask about that. If it's So some blow off valves, if it's got enough vacuum, it'll pull itself open.
Yep.
No, wait.
That's
Pressure?
right.
If it doesn't have
How's that
enough
work?
vacuum,
If it doesn't have
Yeah,
enough
if it doesn't have
vacuum.
enough
it will
vacuum.
pull itself open.
Yeah.
So
Wait a minute. Which side of the diaphragm do you have the vacuum hooked up to?
Side that doesn't get her pregnant.
Or blow-off valves? Do they only
got
have
the
one?
pull-out vacuum.
It's got the pull-out vacuum. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's not as effective. It's not as effective as a diaphragm vacuum, but it still works.
Well,
Hey
she
man,
shouldn't
whatever
get,
works, works.
She shouldn't get pregnant because the valve's mounted on top.
Oh, well, then you're fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. I got nothing to add to this. This is great. Just enjoying this. The blow-off valve only had one place, right? It doesn't have two ports on it.
Yeah, it just has the one.
Wastegates sometimes have
Yeah,
ports on. Okay.
this just has the one.
Okay, sorry,
The
go
good
on.
news is, though, and I ordered this, I put a rush on it. I won't have it in time for Cruise for Cancer, unfortunately. But that is a Tile Q blow-off valve for $50, and then I paid extra to get shipping, like ASAP on it. I bought the base for the QR, which is recirculating, and I can take apart the Q and put everything onto the QR base, and now have a recirculating valve.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I think I had like $80 with shipping, all said and done.
It's not too bad.
that's not bad at all,
And
man.
that should fix the idling
Yeah.
issue.
Well, and then you keep the top of it so that if you ever go to a map-based
Exactly.
monitoring, then yeah, you can just swap it out and you'll get all the choo-choos.
And this is all going to bolt right up. I just have to add a little T probably into where the idler air control valve goes into the charge pipe, and that'll be that. So it's close.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna drive to work tomorrow. My headlights work now, so
Well, so it's if you can drive it to work, you could drive it out to Machines and Caffeine on Sunday.
theoretically, I haven't taken it on the highway yet, and it still doesn't have an alignment.
Oof.
I've canceled on them 4 times.
They're not
mean-
going to take another one from
I have a lifetime alignment. They have to.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
I have those alignment plates.
Yeah, I'm
if you
gonna
want to
steal this
just
from you.
set them on it and take the old tape measure and check it out.
Yeah, I'm
see
gonna take
what
that, and I
happens.
still need to take the little funnel radiator cap thing, so I get all the air out of the system.
Yeah, man.
Unless you're gonna
Good.
cut me a hell of a deal, and I'll swing by O'Reilly's tomorrow and just buy one from you.
The what?
For the
The burping funnel?
yeah, burping
Dude,
funnel.
that fucking thing is like $50 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a funnel that
For
screws
a
under a
funnel that
radiator.
screws down.
She's right there. Got it
Yeah, that's
O'Reilly's.
the bastard right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that from you. By the way, I still have your flare tool for brake lines. sitting on the
Oh
workbench.
yeah, I'd like that back.
yeah. It's in. It's
You're
all
done with it, right?
Should be. I don't have any leaks.
Yes. That was a dumb question.
No, yeah, well, yeah, exactly, right? Because leaky brake line's not good.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Of course. You know, that's how it is.
Yeah. So Cruise
Yeah.
for Cancer.
Yes.
You guys are going to be a stop for it, huh?
Yes, we are.
That's
Yep.
cool.
We'll be there the whole time. We're open our normal hours. You guys can come in anytime after registration. Swing on in. You can if you really want.
Burnouts encouraged, or
It's kind of a rough surface, so probably not.
And it's a tricky spot to do
It's
it
a
too.
tricky
You don't
spot.
got a lot
Yeah,
of room.
you don't. You have very little room to do it. You have very little runoff, and you know you're gonna wind up hitting a pole or something. So.
or somebody else coming in.
Or
yeah.
some- someone
there's
else.
always the asshole that doesn't park in a parking spot there and like parks parallel to the building because they're too lazy to go 10 feet down the drive.
Yeah, that's basically what
Yeah.
it is, and that's what we're gonna have to deal with. And we might have to jack the doors open just so people can get in and out quicker. So, you know, it's usually what we do. We just stand there, stamp your card, and get you on your merry way.
Yep,
And
just put somebody in the driveway and just
we thought about doing that, actually, just setting a table outside. But
Oh yeah, that's not the worst idea.
and it's not bad, but every time we do it, it either starts raining, or it's like 30-mile-an-hour crosswinds, and it's just like
it's
Jesus.
supposed to be
No
really
kidding.
nice on Saturday.
That's what I
Yeah, it's
heard.
supposed
So yeah, so
Good temperatures too.
I'll be there about like 1-ish. I got some crap I got to do in the morning. So I'm actually working the night side, so that's not a problem here.
Nice.
So I don't mind.
Well, for the listeners who might not understand what Cruise for Cancer is, it's
Yes.
a pretty amazing event. It's been going on for it's got to be like
6-7 years at least.
no, I'm pretty sure it's been going on since like
I've got
that's a lot of that.
6.
It might
I've
be
got
like
1, 2, 3,
15, I
4,
don't know.
5, 6. I think this is either our 5th or 6th year being one of the stamps, one of the sponsors. Yeah.
I got a feeling it's been
should say
going on
stops.
for like
Like
because
20
it
years.
went on before, and then I think there might have been a year or two off. I actually could be wrong. It's been going on for a long fucking time.
Yep.
The whole point behind it was started as a sort of a benefit for a family dealing with cancer in the area. It's
Specifically
evolved
a child.
Yes, child.
It's evolved over the years, and now it's very focused on child cancer and supporting the families. And it's crazy because each year it's like incrementally making more money for the family to the point where I think last year it was like 50 grand
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that.
It was
something
a
nuts.
lot.
It's
Yeah.
pretty incredible,
Yeah,
and it's
it
an
was-
opportunity for the car community. It's regional, I mean, we got people that come from way out of state, and they'll come and just do the cruise. It's kind of a poker run style event where you've got your poker card, and it kind of looks like a bingo card or something, and it's got businesses on each one of them, and then you've got to get a stamp from that business that you go to. You'll get like swag from them sometimes, you know.
There's one of the meat markets gave out free meat sticks.
Everybody gets a beef stick. Yeah, pretty
beef
much.
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
awesome.
going just for the beef stick.
So would you hand out free spark plugs?
No.
Auto lights?
No.
No, I figure you have
Not
to,
even auto
I
lights.
figure you have to give those away.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cruise Cancer is the
it's a day
shit.
of shenanigans. Car guys doing burnouts everywhere. It's a big party. You know, the chaos is fairly well managed. There's never really been any serious drama from it. The cops get a little salty sometimes,
Which
but
is, I understand why they do it, and I get it. It's like, all right, so you're talking about public safety, this and that. All right, that's fine. But there should be a little more leeway on this stuff. It's like you realize that this is a fundraiser, and yes, you're supposed to have fun while doing it, but within levels. Like
I think the best thing that the cops could do is be like, okay, dedicated places.
yes,
Be like, okay, so we know A and Dubs is like one of the hot
Dubs
spots.
is the biggest hot spot.
Okay, so you have until 11:30 till noon. Like that's your window. We will block off the street. We're
Yep.
gonna say it's okay. Do it.
The only one problem with that is that's the main thoroughfare between here and East Duluth. So.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know, I mean, if there was another road, it wouldn't be a problem. But like, I'm with you on that one. There should be like, hey guys, you know, it's like just keep it within 50 feet. You know, that's all you gotta do. If you're gonna run out of A&Dubs and you're gonna take off 50 feet, that's all you get.
Yep.
You either break what is it? Break, burn, or go. I don't care. You know, whatever it is. But it's
I think in order to make it work, you kind of have to respect the fact that like cops are also going to have their feet held to the fire, because all it's going to take is one kid, one person to run across and get plowed over and drug underneath something.
One
and
car to hit a telephone
To hit a
pole.
telephone pole,
something,
one-
I'm more
car,
worried. I don't.
People.
That
dog.
wouldn't be good, but I think it's like really the fear is to like have a Mustang end up.
I
in
was
the
gonna
crowd.
say, is there gonna be a Mustang going
Well,
in?
especially like A&Dubs is in Lincoln Park, and it's
There's
just
a-
down the street from a
from a
playground.
park. Yeah,
Yeah.
right from a park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could
So-
totally see that being a concern.
What I think would make sense is if they've got like a dedicated spot.
Yes.
So it's like not necessarily A&Dubs, or even if there was like a parking lot right next door where the cops were just literally just like, okay, you go there, do your little heater, great, move along, next person. And they
That'd be
choreographed
funny.
it that way.
Yeah.
It'd probably work a little bit better, and then everybody
that's
would be a
fine.
little more pleased. But
yeah, and that's
know.
exactly it.
But here's the thing: with a major event like this, you'll never make everybody happy.
never.
So
Never.
just take
It's
it with a
always
grain of salt.
hurting cats.
Make smart decisions. I mean, it's a fundraiser. First and foremost, it's about raising money for a family in need.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind before you start doing burnouts down the street and shit like that.
Well, that's the thing is like the selfish assholes don't think about it that way either, and that's what ends up killing some events is because all it takes is one moron who just does not understand boundaries. Like, okay, cool. Like, light up your tires, bark your tires, make a little bit of smoke, get the fuck out of it, be done, whatever. But people that are trying to do like the heroic brake stand for an entire block
It's too
are
much.
also
Yeah.
the ones who are going to end up hurting somebody or
Losing
being
themselves or
just-
others.
taking on a
Yeah.
car.
Ripping the axle off. Now we got a tow truck involved. That's going to cost us more money. You know, and that's exactly it.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, just for the viewers who don't know what it is, it's an absolutely incredible event. If you're not in the area and you want to look it up, because we do actually have listeners, one from New Zealand who listens regularly. If you want to look it up, it's Cruise for Cancer, Minnesota. And you'll get pictures, you'll get a better snapshot of what the event is. It's everything from classic cars to muscle
age,
to new things to trucks to
to
Literally
everything.
motorcycles.
9-second cars. You know, it's like
Yeah.
there's a handful of those. Like, holy
Well,
crap, that car is
And
fast.
if you're,
I'm sorry, go ahead, bud.
well, I'm just saying to the viewers, if you're out of the country, you can't make the event, whatever the reason is, and you'd like to donate, message us, reach out to us. We can get you in contact with Tony Netzel, who puts this on. He's an incredible dude, and we can get any and all donations forward onto him.
Yeah, exactly. Or when there's apparel purchase options as well, the funds always go directly to that, all the proceeds.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Yeah, very good point, bud. Yeah.
Yay, Donnie made a good point.
Yeah.
It's first time for everything.
Make lots of good points.
When?
I don't know.
Yeah, my statement stands.
I've been drinking. I can't think.
That's a good enough reason, I guess.
You gotta be nice to me. I brought you candy.
You brought me alcoholic root beer. I'm nice to
That
you.
too. I brought you candy one time too.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I've sold my soul for a lot of candy. Not gonna lie.
In my defense, you really deserved it for the bullshit I put you through in the last
It's
year.
what I do.
I didn't tell you about my experience tonight.
Yes, go on.
So I'm doing a brake job on a Nissan Murano. Had to squeeze it in this week because it's extra money. It's extra $200. Can go towards car parts. Got to
For
put
sure.
some shocks in there and all that. Swing by, had to get those because you had to order them. And I actually needed a BMW part. So I go up to Alan because Alan knows the parts and he's my favorite person to deal with. And I'm like, hey, I got a BMW part for you. And he just looks at me like, for the BMW or a BMW? Like, there's a vast difference.
There's a huge difference.
Like, no, like, this is a legit BMW part. Like, this isn't for a Nissan. This isn't for a Volkswagen. This is BMW. I need a turn signal bulb.
Wow, did you actually have any?
Oh, I got tons of them.
Yeah, pack of two.
Wow.
Yeah. I
suppose.
probably got 10 packs of them laying there.
So for like the first time in
Ever?
probably 6 months, I'm like, yeah, it's an 86 BMW. And like, that's legitimately what I need.
That's
the part
amazing
for.
that you
part.
need a turn signal of
Yeah,
all things.
of all things. Exactly, right? It's like,
So are you the one
really?
BMW owner that actually uses them?
I do actually use them.
Yeah.
Mainly because I got
he's
like,
not wrong.
like $8,000 invested in that car. I don't want to get smacked because I didn't use my
yeah.
turn signal. That's the if
right.
that happens, like you have all reason to crush my car and not let me build cars anymore.
You're going to hold him to that, right? Because I want to
He
be there
doesn't
when
use
that
his turn
happens.
signal?
Yeah,
Jesus.
if that car gets hit because I didn't use my turn signal, like that's my fault. That's
yeah.
dumb. That's the dumbest reason in the world.
Or we'll rebuild it and it'll be better and then you'll never
Yes.
make the mistake again.
Exactly.
It's
You'll have
opportunity to learn.
automatic turn signals?
Would you guys like to hear a BMW joke?
Yes.
What's the difference between a porcupine and a BMW?
Oh, God. I don't know what.
With a porcupine, the pricks are on the outside.
Yes. Yes. This is true.
That's not my joke. It's from a movie called Shoot 'Em Up. Watch it. It's fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Wow. That's horrible. I wish I had more car jokes.
Would you like another beer?
No, I'm good. Thank you. No,
Okay.
no I got to drive tonight.
So do I.
Yeah, but it's not my car.
Okay, can we not advertise drinking and driving?
No, we are not condoning drinking and driving. We're going to wait a long time before we get behind
yeah,
the wheel of the
exactly.
vehicle, due to the small and simple fact that the vehicle that I'm driving isn't mine. If it was
kind of
my my Cobalt, through the ditches. Let's go. Not with my roommate's 2019 Jeep. All right,
Ooh,
yeah.
What kind of Jeep?
it's just a Cherokee.
Is
It's a
that the
Latitude.
blue one I saw?
No, that's actually a friend of mine's Jeep.
okay.
That's her Jeep. She just picked that one up too as well.
It was
So
a sharp looking Jeep.
it's blue.
It was a good. I don't know. I think Jeeps look good,
No,
but they
see,
looked
yeah, it's-
exactly the same from like '89 till like
Till now, yeah.
Yeah, they've all
And
looked
here's a
Are
little.
you talking about Wranglers?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've all
Yeah.
looked the
I was
same.
going to say the Cherokees have changed
great.
a
Have
whole
changed.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Cherokees are way
especially
different,
the
but-
front ends.
But the Wranglers are the same thing.
Y'all
with
can see what I'm
different
doing,
headlights.
right? Y'all see me squinting? That's those headlights on those freaking Jeeps.
I just cannot believe that. They went from the XJ,
Yep.
which is just like this big box. They're tanks. Like
yeah.
these things,
They're
they've
great.
looked the same way forever. They're rock solid. They drive them to the end of the earth and back.
Oh, yeah.
And then they came up with that thing. It's just like this fucking avocado on wheels. It's just the weirdest fucking shape and
squints at
ugly
you.
and
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's just like,
they just don't
I'm
look
a
right.
Jeep. All right, we
Yeah.
can't see you.
It looks
you know?
like the
And they-
sun's in its size.
Yeah.
Does it have a solid rear axle even?
No. It's got
Yeah.
independent.
Yeah, that's so fucked
I will
up.
say this one here that I am driving tonight will go through 17 inches of snow, no questions asked.
Nice.
18 will stop it dead, but it will go through 17, no questions.
Jesus.
That reminds me.
Huh, well, that's very
Since
XJ
we're talking cars and how engineers
Yes.
fuck everything up,
Pretty much.
Have you guys seen the new WRX STI
Oh
concept
yeah,
that came out?
thank you. I'm glad you brought that up.
No.
That
It
totally
is
skipped my mind.
Shitty.
It's disgusting.
No. Like they've been teetering on that line. They've crossed the line now.
Oh, okay. So they've actually gone over that. What the fuck were you thinking?
You
line.
know what the Crosstrek looks like,
Yes.
correct? Okay, with the plastic like flares on the wheel wells. All that.
Yep.
I personally like the Crosstrek. It's not bad looking.
Well, the Crosstrek it's supposed to look that way.
Exactly.
It's a little aggressive, and then it's got the plastics on it. You go, okay, it's lifted. Like they got fucking crazy clearance on them already. They look like they're meant to go take out in the woods or rip around.
It's something that
on
you
dirt
look like
or
you should be
something.
going outside with it. Yeah.
So keep that image. Okay. Now, do you remember the last WRX that came out?
Yeah.
Okay.
About this far off the ground and sounded
If
funny.
those two had a baby,
Oh god.
is what you get.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is a Toyota Corolla
Yes.
mixed with a Crosstrek.
With a Crosstrek.
It's so
awful.
fucking
It's so bad.
impotent looking.
There we go. That's the right word. Yes, exactly.
disgusting.
You look at it and you're like, no, that's all right. I'll just walk.
I don't get it.
Now I have one vehicle,
don't get it.
and I have one vehicle that I will guarantee you, if it was thunder and lightning, and you were in the middle of nowhere, and this vehicle rolled up and offered you a ride, you'd walk in the rain. Right?
Okay.
Is it a Yugo?
No,
it Cobalt?
it's no, actually, no. That's just because it's a death trap. You want to be careful with that one.
He said it rolled up, so it's definitely not the Cobalt.
Hey,
Well, rolling up, he could be pushing it.
True,
Or-
yeah.
or
hop,
tow it.
Hop in, loser. Hop in, loser. I need a driver. You know. No, actually, to be honest with you, I just sunk a whole bunch of money into that Cobalt to get it to back up to where it's stock lifted on. I think that thing has like 3-inch more clearance on it right now. I could probably go anywhere with it.
So you doubled the value?
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, the car was a pile of crap anyway, but you know, it's a Cobalt.
Yeah.
I've driven Cavaliers my whole life. I mean, I can't say much. This is an upgrade. I use that term very loosely. But yeah, no. The vehicle that I'm talking about is called a Multipla.
I don't know that one.
Don't.
It's a European one,
It
right?
is a European van thing. It's kind of like a Steve Urkel car mixed with Sloth from the Goonies.
So okay,
funny thing is, though,
hold up.
I like
this is really
vans.
funny. So what came to my mind was the sloth from Ice Age. What the fuck is his name? Where it's like his eyes are way the fuck out here.
Isn't it
Is
Vinny?
that the one?
Seth. No,
I thought it was
Shit,
Vinny.
what is his name?
That's not Vinny. I know exactly what you're talking
Right,
about.
because it's a super derpy looking thing,
Yeah, it's
and
a
like the
derp.
headlights are way out on the outer edges.
It's a fucking derp. Yeah, it's a derp. It's a herpa-derp is what this
what
thing
the hell is it?
is.
It starts with an S. I know him.
It's Sid.
Sid.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is it the vehicle that they used in? Yes. Okay, I was gonna say they used it in Top Gear. They made an old person's car out of that.
Yeah.
This thing right
Oh
here.
yeah, that thing is
it is
awful.
The word ugly doesn't do it
Yeah.
justice.
Do you?
Yes.
Sid, that's what I got.
Yep.
Sid.
Yep.
Ice
Sid.
Age.
So, do you watch Top Gear at all?
On occasions, I do.
There's an episode
The
of
English
Top
one
Gear.
or the version or the American.
English. 100%.
Got it, thank you.
Yep. Yeah. You're talking to a movie guy. I got fucking taste.
You've never seen Demolition Man.
Yeah, but I have 9 other movies I can watch. They're alphabetized.
So are mine.
There's an episode of the British Top Gear before Clarkson went batshit crazy and punched the producer, where they took that vehicle and they made it old person friendly, and they painted it like hearing aid tan.
Wow.
They put a foam bumper on it, and they had like balloons that would pop out if you got lost in the parking lot and all this.
wow.
They took out all the seats and they put like recliners in and shit. Totally watch it. It's super fucking
I think
funny.
I might have to find this one.
Yeah, it's really funny, but that's what they modified to be an old person car.
I mean, that's so ugly.
Okay, so I got a good question because this relates to what my week has been like, and I don't know that I even mentioned
You've been
why I'm
sick.
drinking kombucha. So I'm at the very end. I'm symptomless, and I'm not trying to get back into being symptomatic. Don't worry, no Rona. Tested negative.
If I was worried, I wouldn't be here.
It's the herb.
It is the herb.
What is it?
The HIV is
no, it's
flared up.
herpetogonosyphilitis.
Sure, it's all of them. Yeah. No idea what it was. Fucking, and I've been hearing that like because we've all been isolating and we've all been wearing masks and all that bullshit that like everything's worse. All the colds are worse. All the fucking flus are worse. So I got just like laid the fuck out by whatever this was, right? And so what do you do when you're sick and you're laid up in bed? Well, you vegetate. You watch TV.
I was asleep.
I sleep.
Top Gear is my go-to, right? When I'm not sleeping, I'm watching Top Gear.
You and I are on completely opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to our sick TV time.
So
It's like
where I'm going with
Glorious
this,
Bastards last time I was
nice.
sick.
Where I'm going with this is there's on Amazon Prime, it's I don't know, they make them playlists or whatever it is, but there's
Yeah.
the Top Gear specials.
Yes.
What is your favorite Top Gear special?
Ooh, okay. I got my top 2.
Yes.
The Vietnam special, when on motorcycles, this is fantastic. And then the Bolivia special, when they buy the secondhand 4-wheel drive shit boxes and they drive them through the rainforest. Those are my 2 favorite specials.
I don't even know if mine is special, like if it's a special one, but they're driving like homemade motorhomes. And you think where I'm going? This is when he's like, I'm going to go down the beach and do some B-shot, talking and everything like this. And one of them, like, either accidentally kicks his in gear or takes the parking brake off, and it rolls off the cliff. And they're over there, and I think it's Clarkson or something like that. He's over there, and he's like, yeah, we're doing this and that. And did you hear something? And he's like, did you hear? He looks at the camera. Did you hear something? The guy's like, and he's filming it. He's watching it happen as the one guy is trying to stop it from going over the edge.
Oh my
And the other one is on the beach as they're doing it. You watch it in the background,
fantastic.
just right over the cliff into the beach. And I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even know. And the worst part is I don't even know what episode it was or anything like that. But it's the only one that sticks out in my head that's like, this is fucking hilarious because this is exactly how my life would go if 3 of my friends ever got together and we were going to go, hey, let's see what happens. One of them would ride my car off a cliff.
No
You're
shit.
like, thanks, assholes. Appreciate that.
I really want to know which one that is. 'Cause
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I don't know that I've seen that one.
Probably it's just this weird one that I was watching it one night. I accidentally recorded it instead of Stargate, and
I love that.
yeah,
The
and
fact that that's a legit sentence
Yeah.
is fantastic.
it should be a T-shirt.
Wait, Stargate SG-1?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
So not Stargate the movie.
I have like 3 copies of that.
That movie was fucking epic.
Yes.
I've never seen
Yeah.
Stargate.
It's pretty good.
I'm done.
You'll geek out a little bit.
Wait, that's
it's like I'm
that's
done.
all, that's
Hang
all
up
it
the mic.
took?
It-
I would
well,
have told you this
years ago.
Fuck.
Right? It's
Is that easy to get rid of you?
that easy? Shit. No,
Shit.
and it's,
Hi,
yeah.
hi,
well,
you're Alan. I've never seen Stargate.
you see, that's just it. I mean, I'm a sci-fi nerd, is what it is across the board.
Everybody's a nerd in something.
In some way,
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, like I was saying, I was doing the Top Gear by accident, but I like Top Gear 2 as well. And some of the like best one-liners that I think have always come out of there, and it's usually Clarkson doing it. And I know he's crazy because that's the old guy. He's kind of tall.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
I'm thinking
Curly
of the right
hair.
guy,
Yeah,
right?
curly, short
hair.
hair, yeah.
If I remember correctly, he's the one that said, "This is what I know about turbos." Exhaust goes into it, witchcraft happens, and you go faster, right? That's Clarkson,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Okay.
Clarkson, yeah.
I heard that, and I still use it. Anytime somebody asks me anything about turbos, my response is, well, air goes into it, witchcraft happens. After that, I'm lost. And you go faster. That is the extent of my knowledge when it comes to turbos.
So, have you watched any of the Grand Tour then?
I think I have.
You need to.
Yeah.
The normal episodes are okay.
Yeah.
The specials are really good.
Yeah.
They just released the latest one is takes place in Scotland.
Okay.
It's called Lockdown.
Oh, okay.
Lock.
LOCH, lock. Yeah.
But they pull campers behind these like was it 70s
Hang on.
shaggin vehicles.
That might be the yes. I
Okay.
think that's part of that.
Yeah. Where they have like the old Cadillac, they have an old Continental.
It's like a red pickup truck, and it goes
No.
over the. Okay, maybe a different one.
no.
Okay.
Yep,
But-
different.
It's-
There are
it's
caravans in
hysterical.
a lot of them because
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
Bolivia they had
No,
weren't they?
No, they just
They were
had
in, like, four-wheel
they
drive
had
trucks.
the FJ Cruiser, they had
nice.
the Land Rover, and they had the Suzuki.
So which was the one where they were pulling and it breaks loose on Clarkson's car and then it goes off into the woods? Wasn't that Lockdown?
That's Lockdown.
That
yeah.
was Lockdown.
So
okay.
Clarkson's got a.
That's
I think
awesome.
it's a,
It's so
I think it's a
fucking funny.
Continental, and he's got a
Yeah.
mobile home he's pulling, or mobile home RV, whatever you want to call
RV,
it, behind
yeah.
him.
No, it's a
And
mobile home.
It breaks off the trailer hitch, and he's just going down this back road, and then you see him go down the road, and you see his sleeping quarters just go off into the woods. I was watching that with the wife, and I'm pretty sure she peed herself laughing.
A
because
little
it's
bit.
that fucking funny.
Yeah, a little
It's
bit,
really
right?
good.
Yeah, I think I might have. Now that it sounds really funny. I don't have a lot of excess time in my life, but I'm going to slowly get back into that.
Yeah,
And
definitely watch it.
Yes.
They still give the best definition I've ever heard of the PT Cruiser.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They were playing
Yeah.
Battleship on one episode, and they had shit cars.
Yeah.
Be the boats they were trying to blow up.
Yep.
And they had a PT Cruiser. And Richard Hammond is
Cruiser, got it, yep,
describing
Cruiser.
all of it, and he's
Yep.
like, they get to the PT Cruiser, and he just looks at it, and he's like, because it's utter crap. And the way he says it is just like, yeah, there's no other way to describe it.
And
It's
that's
just shit.
It's just shit, exactly.
Well,
Because
what's funny is, so does the PT Cruiser make like repeated
It's been in like 2 or 3 episodes,
appearances?
I think. Yeah.
Okay, because
it's a-
in Loch Ness
It
they had
is,
the PT
come on,
Cruiser where
yeah.
they were trying to figure out like, okay, so these
What's
are
the
like
shittiest car ever
the
made?
best American cars, or some of the best American cars, and like,
hang
what are
on.
the shittiest? And they had the PT Cruiser, the
Aztec.
Oh,
And the
God.
Dodge Caravan.
and the Dodge Caravan,
Yes.
the first generation Dodge,
Going
or
up against,
no,
I think-
second generation Dodge
Yeah,
Caravan.
going up against like a Yugo and...
Oh no, they were all Russian.
Yeah,
It was
Oh,
a
man.
Lotta. Fuck. It was a Lotta and then 2 other ones
Lotta
that I just
fuck?
cannot
Never heard of that
remember.
car.
Lotta fuck.
I've heard of that porn, but not that
Yeah, I was
car.
gonna say, it sounds like a URL that he's clicked on.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, because the American versions did that too as well. They took like the 3 crappiest cars they
Yep.
could think of. One of them was the Pinto. The one was the
yeah.
Corvair. And
I like the Corvair,
and
though.
the Tracker was the third one because of the fact that it used to flip over all the time. If you hit 37
Oh, okay.
miles
I was
an
gonna
hour,
say,
they would
I
roll
love
over.
the Geo
Well,
Tracker.
well, yeah, they
but
used
okay,
to be.
yeah.
Well, they used to be really dangerous because of their high center of
Oh,
gravity.
yeah. Didn't people roll them going into their driveway?
They would roll them over all the time. Well, the reason
Jesus.
why this is actually because of what the tire manufacturer guys told them to do. They told them to let air out of the tires. If you bring your tire pressure down to 20 psi, it'll ride better because it rides like a lumber wagon. It's a fucking Tracker. What the hell do you expect? It's not a Porsche. It's
No.
like which that's a bad example. I'm sorry. It's not a Lotus.
Yeah.
Okay, that better. Everybody knows what a Lotus is. Yeah. Okay.
Everyone knows what a Porsche
And
is.
everybody knows what a Porsche is, and it's like it's not a sports car; it's a fucking truck.
Yeah.
So you let 20 psi into your tires. What do you get? Flippy floppy, because that's exactly what they would do. They would go around corners, turn into your driveway. The car is now on its side. Corvairs were the same way. They would spin out at the sight of rain. All right, and Pintos would explode if you hit them from the back. But
Yes.
So the Corvairs, they were a rear engine 6-cylinder, right? 2.5
but they were
liter.
air cooled.
Air cooled,
Yeah,
flat 6. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep. And-
super fucking weird.
and all
Sounds
which
like
is
they need a Subaru swap. for one of
almost
those.
like a Subaru swap. Yeah, but here's the
Yeah,
thing.
I think you can swap them.
That'd be sweet.
And it's one of those things where you figure with all the weight being in the back, you would have better traction.
You would think so.
They don't. They actually have worse traction, and they don't. And I don't know how the fuck they came up with this, but these things literally would squirrel out all the time. Like you'd be like, and you're in a ditch somewhere.
Yikes.
And
Yeah.
so as bad as like
What a
you know,
shame.
do you know what the Robin is? I think it's the Robin.
Reliant Robin.
Yes.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
2 wheels in the back, 1 in the
Yes.
front.
Yes.
Yeah.
They again Top Gear did an episode of it and they put a roll cage
Oh my
in
god,
one.
Jesus.
that
he's
is one
like-
of the best
He
episodes
just
ever.
gradually like pulls into traffic and he just rolling over.
It is the most ginger corner that he
Yeah.
takes.
Yes.
It's just-
Yeah.
exactly right. And it's just like, what the fuck did I just do? You know? And it's like I would probably ride in a car like that just for
Man.
fun.
I
just
feel
to
like
see
I
what
want to
happens.
build one.
Right?
We can easily build
can.
one.
Oh,
We have
it's
enough
just-
motorcycles.
Well, no, it's not even that. You don't. Even,
Yeah, it's a motorcycle
Yeah, I
with
got
a
a few.
with a
well, I mean,
axle in
you
the
do,
back.
you do. You know, I was gonna say, yeah, you do, and I was saying, no, you don't. And then I look around, I'm like, no, we do. So I
is
use the term,
half of them.
and I use the
Not
term
even.
we like I'm a part of this whole thing. I'm really not. I just use the term we because there's
You
more than
are,
just
though.
me standing here.
You are a part of this because of all the bullshit we
I'm
put
on the
you
I'm on the
through.
professional
Yeah.
side of it. Yes.
But here's the thing, though: if we went to any other parts store and you weren't there,
Probably-
they would look at us like you're batshit crazy. Get out.
Yes.
pretty much. Well, don't get me
Anytime-
wrong.
It's like you pull out the book and you're like, oh, there's that '92 Camry that had that part that could work for you. Let me look up the part number.
Dude, so okay, anytime if there's one of those situations where it's like I need this part now and you guys happen to not have it and it's kind of like, oh, we can have it in by 5 today or tomorrow morning or whatever, and I'm like, fuck, I need this thing immediately, and I gotta stop in at like Napa or Advance or something. I'm so used to going into O'Reilly's where everybody knows who I am,
Yep.
and everyone's just like, oh, okay, cool, like what's the challenge this time, you
Yep.
know. They're not having my shit.
None.
You go into Napa and they're just kind of like, you what? You're looking for, okay, so wait, you've got a 2001 5.3 truck engine in a 1954 Ford and you need what
You need
exactly?
a what? It's like my response is nice.
Yeah.
You are our Alfred.
Oh,
If
yes,
we're
of
Batman
course.
and
Alfred.
Robin,
Oh, cool.
you're
I can dig
Alfred.
it.
So you're the sidekick. I always knew you were.
He's shorter though, and
But if you're, yeah,
and
because
he has
we-
the spandex.
we
So.
I knew it. It's always the quiet ones. And what's really funny is I actually had this conversation with somebody. I can't remember if it was you or if it was with somebody about who the sidekick would be. And I always go by, it's always the shorter one. So I don't know if it was you guys that had this conversation, but I don't know.
I don't
Fucking know.
recall
Who cares, you know? But it's one of those things where, yeah, I could probably come up with just about anything you got. Otherwise, I'll make it happen. You know, it's what I do. But you're right, though, you know, because, like, to me, you guys are like celebrities. I know that sounds weird, but you guys
That
are.
does sound really
on,
weird.
on PBS at like 1 o'clock in the morning
Yes.
when everybody's passing the fuck out.
And there's that one guy who just
come
can't
on.
sleep, and he's watching your show like, these guys are funny as
Yeah,
fuck.
we
you know?
come on after the 3-year-old rerun of Antique Roadshow.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
I've seen that one. and it's one of those things where is right, it's such an awesome show. Right?
It's actually a good show.
It is, yeah. But it's like when you guys come in, to me, it's like, hey, look at these two celebs. You know, to me, you're like local celebrities to me. But like you see it the other direction, whereas I'm Alfred, and I'm okay with that too because you know,
I look at you as like I can throw literally anything at you, and even if you guys don't carry it, you're gonna be like, try this.
yeah, give this a shot. Maybe this will work.
For instance, I went in with a blow-off valve question. I was looking for a recirculating blow-off valve that would fit a 50mm flange, so that way I didn't have to redo my charge pipe. Clearly, that's not an O'Reilly's part. Like that's not
Yeah.
something you get from O'Reilly's.
Oh God,
But
no!
I'm in there looking up parts for this Murano I have to work on, and what do I drop on Alan? Hey,
This is what I need.
help me.
Help me, I'm screwed.
And
you know?
sure as shit, because I asked him a question, we found an Amazon company that made shitty blow-off valves that fit that flange, which ultimately led me to find out that I can just buy the base for the recircling valve of the tile.
That's so fucking cool.
It's like a roundabout way. I found my answer by just bugging him and accidentally finding
There
something.
it is.
It's usually how I
Yeah,
show
man.
up. There's an accident. and
Yeah. Well, that's how you were created.
Suddenly, I'm here. You know, that's not a lie.
Yeah,
honestly,
you
I've
were
been
just
told
a
that
dribble
my-
on the leg, and look at you now.
And you know what's really funny is I've been told that my entire life that I was the accident. And I'm like, nah, maybe. Then my mom goes along with the joke too. She's just like, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I'm like, Mom, there's only. I'm like, which one is it? You know? And that's when she just kind of smiles and laughs. And I'm like, shut up.
Jesus Christ. Well, you've come a long way.
Oh, that boo.
And on that bombshell,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us for another episode of Brews with the Dudes podcast.
It's been a blast, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye bye.